in his house. We're upstairs in the bedroom.
We thought the front door opened.
Radiated the people in the caravan.
Got the call back that I was, dreaming. No one had come near the place.
And next minute we heard this big rumbling sound.
What it sounded like was an earthquake went off. However, nothing shook, nothing vibrated.
The caravan, they said there's no earthquake. Looked on the internet later, there's no earthquake.
Chris and I are sitting there going, oh, we look like idiots now, don't we?
Evidence on the voice recorder in the other room sounded like an earthquake, just a big rumble, big shake.
What it sounded like was the sliding doors violently slamming shut.
Running, rattling and closing.
There was no one in the house but us.
Whoa, okay, let's just rewind the clock a little bit. Christchurch, the Garden City. Here the sun shines bright on the plains and the river flows lazily through the city. But at night, she's a spooky old town. Do I believe in ghosts? Ooh. The short answer, no. Just all the things they talk about, the orbs, the noises, it can just all be explained. A bit of pipe rattling here. It's just the water upstairs when you flush the toilet, I don't know. Am I scared of ghosts? Am I scared about tonight? No. Let's see what happens. Famous last words. I'd always considered myself quite a skeptic. I'd hoped to meet a bunch of crazy ghostbusters who stayed up all night hunting Casper and his mates. So imagine my disappointment when I turned up to find they were completely normal.
I am a roofer.
Building inspector / thermographer.
I design websites.
I'm a representative of the government, or just a government employee.
When there's something strange in your neighbourhood, there's only one name you need to call. The Christchurch Paranormal Investigators, solving Canterbury's paranormal problems, one house at a time. Tonight the team is setting up in Linwood, using cameras, voice recorders and EMF meters to investigate what haunted the previous tenants.
We run through our processes of elimination, of debunking, testing our theories, testing new theories. Usually, the hot spots and things like that need to be approached during the night, where clients are complaining that stuff are happening.
So why this area, do we know?
I'm trying to get a good shot of the two rooms from this one corner.
Right.
The story from this room is that there was a grand piano in here, and it has turned on by itself a couple of times. Somebody's been playing it. So that was in this side of the room, and then obviously we've got the dining room.
One of the tools, based on these theories that we hear in this field, and this is something that we have built, and we call it the emitter. Basically, it is a magnet, a massive big magnet that we get rotating, and it creates a massive EMF field.
One of the theories is that the spirits or entities draw upon the electromagnetic radiation in the atmosphere.
The energy.
And what ends up happening is they feed off it.
High EMFs can make you become paranoid, make you see things, make you hear things. So in an attempt for us to communicate or be able to hear them, we use a voice recorder. We are going to attempt to record any sounds that shouldn't be, or don't make any sense and can't be explained.
That would be when we'd go into an environment and talk to the environment expecting a reply, which is usually called an EVP session, where you're trying to capture somebody replying to you. Arguably has interesting results.
Is there anyone here that wishes to communicate?
And that is how I came to be here, talking to Doreen, an elderly woman who lived alone in the house for the majority of her 90 years.
Did you die in here? Heard you like playing the piano.
I
did it.
Did you get scared?
A little bit. So do you get scared anymore or not?
I think you'd be a liar if you ever said completely outright no. Sometimes I get incredibly scared.
The places you go are naturally creepy anyway. We don't tend to go to, you know, Joe Schmo's house that's just been built in Avonhead.
Don't turn around and run. We want to go towards that, realistically. If that's what's happening, we need to go towards it. If we're serious about documenting it, if we're serious about finding out whether it is or isn't, we're going to have to go towards it. And so it's about overcoming those fears, as hard as that can be.
If Doreen was around, why was she choosing to spend her time in a dark, empty old house? Or if it wasn't her, who or what were we dealing with?
The two main categories that we talk about a lot are residual and intelligent. Anton talked a lot about residual hauntings.
This thing called residual energy doesn't mean that it's actually someone that's even passed. You and I can leave a residual moment right here that could play back 100 years from now.
Ones that people usually have a lot of fear of are the intelligent ones, the ones the entities that can respond to you, that seem to be moving of their own free will.
Most people in their life will hear footsteps up the hallway that they can't explain. That could just mean that someone stormed up their hallway 10, 20 years ago, and that person could still be alive. It's just an imprint of energy.
They say it's hard to capture energy on one night's investigation, so you have to get quite creative. I was volunteered to test one of CPINZ's newest methods, sensory deprivation. Earplugs in and goggles on, your senses may take on some supernatural abilities.
Was there something over here a little while ago? Okay, well, there was like a white type. I don't know. Like, it kind of looked like it's just someone with their arms crossed, just like waiting. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Not as expected. I was pretty macho at the start, not scared of ghosts or that kind of shit. But he puts you in a room by yourself and asks you to talk to them. I got a little creeped out, I'm gonna admit it. But like, what I found was that these guys, they're just so normal. And I think they're actually helping people a little bit, because people go to them with all these questions and things like that, and they are able to offer like a variety of answers. And I think that's really awesome. So I am totally stoked with how tonight went. No ghosts, but it was a whole lot of fun.
I would not even want to consider saying that I think that it would get to a point where we could outright say that ghosts exist. I hope that it happens, or I hope that we can finally disprove it and put it to rest. But I guess, again, that is to seek, and that's what we will keep doing.